giggle bag.
Our Father which art in heaven,
Our Father which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come,
Thy kingdom come,
thy will be done in earth,
thy will be done in earth,
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread,
Give us this day our daily bread,
and forgive us our debts,
and forgive us our debts,
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation,
And lead us not into temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
Thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
In Jesus' name,
In Jesus' name,
amen.
amen. Anybody in the house want to open up?
Just let it shine. Just let your soul glow, baby. Let it glow so silky smooth.
Anybody in the house got a question? Anybody in the house want to open up? Well, I'll check online.
Yeah, why Israel ain't under the new covenant?
Why Israel not under the new covenant?
Yeah.
Because Jesus not here yet.
No.
So, Jesus have to be here, like the lesson said. And you know what? I learned so much from that lesson. You helped me to be able to calculate stuff better. Because the way you taught, I never seen it talk that way.
Oh.
Man, like seriously, I see me taking a picture. I'm like, what? Like it was. Okay, what you got, sis?
Why does Jeremiah say 70 years? And then when Gabriel comes, he says 70 weeks.
He say 70 weeks.
Well, I can answer easy. Cause
Thank you.
I had to figure it out. It's a great question.
See?
I had to figure it out because
You want up here, bro? Okay.
it say Babylon, like you gonna be in captivity to Babylon. Babylon only lasted about 70 years. But even though it went a little further, but it don't really last for 70 years. But all of it is Babylon. So really, we was in captivity to Babylon. Like if you saw on the board, it was like 73 years. You know what I'm saying? 75. That's basically 70 years. You dig what I'm saying? Like we could say give or take,
So
however you want to play
say
it.
that it was like a captivity on top of a captivity?
But yeah. Yeah.
So they were in for 70 years, but in the whole, it was 70 weeks.
Yes. Because because it says 70 years are that you're gonna serve Babylon for 70 years. But the thing is, Rome is Babylon too. But it was like a dual prophecy. You're gonna serve Babylon 70 years, but really you're gonna serve Babylon 70 weeks. And these weeks gonna turn into more than just what you think. So that's kind of why it moved from one to the other. Because the 70 years are not inaccurate. It's just meaning if we would have been 80 years, where like, you know what I'm saying, like 10 more years ain't, you know, it was about 70, okay. You dig what I'm saying? Like it never has to be exact like that. You know what I mean? It's like the numbers we was using. I'm like, yeah, 4 or 5. We're around there, right? Yeah, we are. So that's really why though, because technically in Babylon, we was there in captivity for like 70 years. Okay. And it's like, now what? Then what's next is here come the Medo-Persian Empire. But really, the key is we're still in captivity. Under them, under the Greeks, under the Romans. And then when you go to Revelation, it say, hey, come up out of who? Babylon. So we still under that captivity.
Whereas Daniel was thinking only for his circumstance. Well, like, hold up, bro. You said 70 years. It's been over 70 years. Why aren't we free yet?
Right.
Because he was only thinking of his circumstance.
Which, if you peep, in his prophecy, he gives you from Jesus to 70 AD, but he really runs it all the way till the end of Babylon. Yep. So that's but that's pretty much the answer, though. It was 70 years, give or take. You know what I mean? Like, but at the end of the day, it wasn't. Because when you read the prophecy, it say that you're gonna be serving that the nations or something. You can read it in Jeremiah 25. It say that the nations are gonna serve Babylon, or everybody gonna, something to that effect. So that it goes bigger than just the 70 years. Mm-hmm.
Because I asked Dan, I said, did Jeremiah misspeak or something?
As a matter of fact, at the end of it, he told Jeremiah, if you look at Jeremiah chapter 40, he said, where you want to go? Like he gives Jeremiah, let me see if I can read that. He gives Jeremiah the option Like you want to go down to
Oh,
Egypt,
yeah.
you want to come to Babylon. You know what I'm saying? Like basically, so it's like it's kind of like they in this captivity, but at the end of it, everybody ain't even gone like that. But at the end of it, in 70 years, everybody will. Like in 70 years, people gonna be coming back. So you would think, but no, not initially. You know what I mean? Like initially, you gotta kind of wait because the 70 years wasn't nothing about 70 years. Yeah, it was deeper than that. Yeah.
So they all the MCs come before Cyrus and who was on Cyrus?
Darius, and Cyrus, and Xerxes. Xerxes came last. Xerxes or Ahasuerus, you said. Xerxes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one who gave the decree. He came last.
Right.
So what was?
It's Cyrus and Darius that they be having.
Wasn't Israel rebuilding the temple during that time? Cyrus and.
Yeah, but they kept stopping. Like they never got nothing done.
They never got a decree.
Yeah, until I said that now.
They never got a decree from Cyrus.
Not like it's written. Not like how it was written from Xerxes. Like he told them to go do it. That could work too, but they never, because you didn't complete it until Xerxes got it right. Like it's like let's just say this, because I asked the same question you did this morning. That's part of the reason why I called. Let's say you say call, you say call. I mean you say call. You say do it, you say do it, you say do it. But when he do it, I ain't got what I need. And when he say do it, I ain't got time. I only get it done when you say do it. So that's the decree. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even do it when they did. I did it when you said do it. Same as them, because they were scared to do it anyway. So, because it's like three different decrees basically to rebuild. But if you do the numbers backwards, you see that last decree is the one you want to go with, the one with Xerxes. Because when you look at his death and his birth, the numbers matched up. So that's how you know how in math, how we like double check behind our math, like you go backwards with it. That's what I was doing. That's what I had to do. I had to go from the 4 BC, you know what I'm saying, or the 26. I had to go backwards in order for me to realize like, oh, this must be the one. Because if not, then how does he die in the midst of the week? We ain't even got there. You see what I'm saying? Like meaning, if we start with some earlier dates, bro, we like almost 100 and something years before Christ even get on the scene. So that's why I say, well, work backwards. So the last decree is Xerxes. Because I know the other ones gave decrees. We read it. Like we went to
Ezra.
Yeah, Ezra. It's two of them though. Before it seemed like Darius and Cyrus both said.
Because while they built, they had to stop because.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, that's when they had the sword in their hand. That was under like Cyrus or somebody.
Yeah, right. So and Cyrus and Darius are different. I never heard that they tried to compare them the same before.
Yeah, but to my understanding, they different.
That's what I understand.
But it's just the fact that they got their kingdoms dated so weird. You know what I'm saying? But I think what it is like one is like because Darius is the Mede, right?
Yeah.
And Cyrus is the Persian, right?
No, Darius the Persian. No, yeah, he's the Mede, and you're right.
Right. So what I think it is it's just like Philip the Macedonian, right? So, but his son is Alexander the Great, who ruled Greek, right? So I think that one was ruling while the other one was ruling, and it wasn't one ruler yet. You know what I'm saying? Like until whenever it became one ruler. Like I'm saying, like it seemed like one was over Persia and one was over Media, and then I guess the Persian blew up over Media because the Media was big at first. Because the Midianites is who took out Nebuchadnezzar. Media did, not Persia.
Right, because that was the next kingdom.
Right. Then Persia was taken out by Alexander the Great. Mm-hmm. So you got Darius is the Midianite and Cyrus is the Persian. So I'm really thinking that like, well, maybe he ruled this for a minute and maybe he ruled that over there, and then eventually that's how I be looking at it.
That makes sense though.
I don't have no other way to understand.
Right, that makes sense right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you get to play with them numbers, man. You dealing with a time that we can't accurately. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
600 years before Christ, like what you got to accurately just really prove that this is the time. You know what I mean? Like how if you look up Darius, it's gonna be acting like he don't exist. That it took me a minute. I'm like, bro, I know I see his name.
Wow.
They acting like he don't exist, yo.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Yup, and by the way, Darius, that's his name. That's what it says in her book.
Darius.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know how you,
I just know that when I hear the scholars, they call him Darius.
so I do the same thing too. I'll be listening to like
My
either
book
scholars.
breaks it down in syllables.
Yeah,
The
in
names.
syllables.
Yeah, it's
Mine
not
is-
Darius, man. Darius is
Right.
American.
Yeah, and I
But the
had to,
problem was somebody kept saying when I'm saying Darius, I keep hearing you say
Darius.
And I'm like, stop doing that. Don't do that. Like, I hear you. I know who it was Stephanie. Like, stop doing that, bruh. You can't, like, I understand you think it's Darius. I'm like, no, it's not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's American joint. That's not, yeah.
We do the vowels different. You sound out the vowels different.
Right.
That's why.
Yep. And but my thing is, I don't really care. Just stay consistent. So if you go but see, that's why sometimes I'm gonna give you what we say, cause we need to be like when we go to when they say Isaiah or something. We don't need to be saying that. We gonna be confused or something. We can just all say Isaiah, right?
Yeah.
But then sometimes I'm like, bro, just stick with whatever you come out your mouth with, cause I can't even say what the word is either. Just whatever it is, just keep it consistent.
Right.
So that you can identify and pick it back up later whenever you run to it. I don't really care because I know we ain't saying none of these names right. But I know Darius, that's English. That's modern day English.
Yeah, most
Not what, you know what I'm saying?
They in the hood.
Right.
we got Darius in the hood.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right.
So,
Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? We ghetto. They nice. Darius, man.
Yeah.
But even on the movie Daniel,
Yeah.
they call him Darius.
Yeah, I can believe that.
they got a movie called Daniel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Depending on who did it, though.
It's the first, I think it's the first 5 chapters.
Really?
Is the movie when why can't I think of the 3?
Is it older?
I was great ask that.
No,
It's a new one?
it's been around for a while, but it's honestly, it's not a bad movie.
Here's why I said it's the old
That's
one.
why I'm asking.
They have a new one that came out over the last 10 years.
A new Daniel?
No, the whole Bible, really. What's the one, Sean, where it got Genesis and all
Oh
that?
no,
I thought
this
it's
is
just called the Bible.
Okay, but then, and they got Samson.
That's what it's
Samson
called?
is black. He a big black cocky dude.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, I know that
That's
one.
what is that? Like not Discovery. I think I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
but that's the newer one. Now, the older one came out like 20 years ago. And that's where you got Jeremiah, they got Daniel, they got
this one was
Solomon.
made.
Geographic.
No, I've seen those.
Yeah.
This one is kind
They
of
did a series.
this Daniel.
It's that dude that playing
I would
that
say
show.
it came out about
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah.
Oh,
The Samson one.
Oh, so this might be
Oh,
a part
so-
of this. What he looking
He's
at?
some big black dude.
Because he pulled it up. No, what's it called? The Bible, that's what it's called.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
find
the
that
Bible.
one. But this Daniel, they made this Daniel. He was tinted. I always say he was tinted. He
Oh,
wasn't
word.
black, but he was tinted.
Like the Egyptians they do over there. They
Yeah,
spray them
like
up
they
on
little,
Yeah.
he was a little, but the movie was very, to me it wasn't that bad because it only covered up to like when he got thrown into the lion's den and all that stuff. It didn't cover anything after.
It can't.
Yeah, it covered like when they got thrown into the
You
fire.
get why it can't, right?
I was very asked.
Cause think about what you said. How are we gonna cover Daniel 9?
Oh,
Like that's not like I mean, you can have him praying one night and
that's what you
then,
mean. I got you.
but I mean, like, or Daniel 8 and 7. How you gonna cover that? That's like understanding these dynasties and like that's not something we can make a movie about it in itself. But as far as like how we gonna make that, how we gonna like that Daniel 1 through 5? Is it because what's 5 when he turned into the animal?
When Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, we can show that in the movie.
How they start the movie is Daniel meets Cyrus in the desert.
Oh wow.
And Cyrus takes him to wherever, and he's telling him the story of King Nebuchadnezzar and how everything took place, how they were in captivity and everything took place. It tells the story about when they asked not to eat their food and things like that. But he also told Cyrus how I know you're going to come and take over.
Yeah.
But it goes when it talks about how Daniel.
When you watch this last?
I watched it maybe a year ago.
Oh, you sound like you know it pretty dang good. Like you just
Well,
watched
no,
it,
the
right?
reason because Caitlin used to watch it a lot.
Yeah.
Oh.
But we be on them type of drinks. That's why I'm like, yeah.
Caitlin used to watch it a lot, and then when I first saw it, it's very entertaining. But that movie is what got me to understand the first 5 books of Daniel. Not books, but first 5 chapters of Daniel. I kind of, because it made a visual for me, so when I read it, I'm like, oh okay. So, I mean, it may have minor inconsistencies. I mean, one, Daniel's white, you know,
Okay,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. But for the most part, it kind of like the writing on the handwriting on the wall, and how he came and they asked Daniel to translate.
Wasn't like that movie, no.
No,
You see
no,
that?
was
Man.
so bad.
That's terrible.
No, it was horrible. No, this one was.
That was like the dumbest
Yes.
drink. Let Sonic Gamora know. How you gonna be his grandkids and that with him, man? That don't make no sense.
No, it
bro.
was actually
That's hard.
they kind of stayed close to the book, you know, and it was very, because I think the first 5 it was easy to tell that story without straying from it. But that's when he said, when he was talking about there. Now you got me saying
You can say Darius. I don't care what y'all say.
Talking
Just,
about,
if we gonna read it, I'm up there. We gonna say Darius. This is what we
But
gonna say.
every time you say Darius, I was like,
Peace,
No,
sis.
I'm-
Peace in Jesus' name.
every time he said Darius, all I heard in the movie was Darius.
There he is.
Because you hear the movie's actually good. Y'all need to watch it. Because I mean,
It's
y'all-
innocent. That's why I'm asking.
You have more of an understanding of the book, so you can point out more inconsistencies than I would be.
I'll be on that thing like a hawk.
Yeah,
So it's called Daniel.
it's just called Daniel, and the one that you want, it says Daniel, and it's a lion. So there's a lion, and then the name Daniel comes across, and it literally starts in the desert. Daniel's on his knees, and King Cyrus puts a sword to him.
It's called the Book of Daniel. With
It's
the
called-
little lion jewel.
Is it called the Book of Daniel?
I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Let me
it's
see.
the book. Because I was about to just type in the
Yes,
movie Daniel.
that's it.
So it's called the book.
It's
Yeah,
called
the
the
Book
Book
of
of
Daniel. Yeah.
It's not bad to me.
It came out
It
Oh.
entertained the
When did it come
Caitlin.
out, bro?
They called the Book of
2013.
Daniel.
Oh.
So I said about 12 years ago. It entertained the heck out of Caitlin on Sabbath. And when I first got into the Word, I used to try to find movies like that so that I could understand the Bible better.
Right.
But then you start watching the movies and
So
you're
he
like,
got a
no,
tan?
no.
Okay.
But it
Daniel's
looked like
the
he got a
only
tan,
one
dude.
that
Huh?
my husband even watched. It was like,
Yeah.
okay,
Ooh,
that wasn't
okay.
that bad.
Let me see.
Oh, y'all, peace.
Peace, brother. Safe travels in Jesus' name, bro.
So he had a tan.
See y'all next week.
Oh, well.
That's a Walmart deal. Oh, that's where you get it from. Yeah, I don't know. Well, you know how they be spraying them tans on
Right. They be looking
light
orange.
colored folks. You know what kind of light colored folks? They spray them to look like they have tans, like they did them Egyptians in that movie.
What
then they put,
movie?
The Ten Commandments,
Oh, okay.
and then they had Israelites. The real, all us
There was
real.
another that Noah movie was horrific. I turned it off.
When they had rock monsters.
Is that what the?
Yeah.
Oh.
You seen it?
The rock monsters, yeah.
Yeah,
So
rock
what-
monsters.
I never seen it.
They was the fallen, wasn't it?
It was an angel.
They was fallen angels or something.
That's what they
but
was?
Then
But
they
them weren't the
turned
bad
good.
guys. They was the good guys.
Oh my God! No.
Bro,
Bro,
to
get
heaven.
serious, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Matter of fact, I think they went to the kingdom. They went up to heaven after that.
Yeah.
I guess they was like fallen angels that like decided they didn't want to fall. I'm not joking.
It was horrible.
It's no. I be thinking like that too.
I liked it. It just was
It
wrong.
was just wrong.
Yeah.
Like when I say I liked it, like
was
it was a good
entertaining.
movie.
Yeah.
Like it was like
Now, I don't know if we seen the same Noah, because the Noah that I saw, I couldn't even watch it.
yeah. Well, what's the
Was it
name?
Russell Crowe?
What-
Yeah,
Yeah.
Russell Crowe,
That
yeah.
movie was horrible.
Rock
I
monsters.
mean, it was horrible
We
because
talking about
If you-
entertainment
if
wise,
you
you
never
talking
read
about
the Bible, you probably like it.
Horrible.
Let me
If
tell
you
you.
never
Let me
read
tell
the
you. It
Bible,
came from the book of Enoch, though.
That's what.
The Watchers, all that. That stuff in the book of Enoch.
Yeah.
Book of Enoch also say it give you a number on how many angels fell, and it ain't a good number. I'm like, that ain't no innumerable.
Sure ain't.
My husband and I were talking about that. I didn't know. Because I thought Alexander, don't judge me. I thought Alexander the Great was part of Rome. I didn't realize, we were talking about captivity, and he was saying there was a Greek captivity, and he was like Alexander the Great, and I was like, I thought Alexander the Great was part of Rome.
I did too at one time.
But actually, think of this though. First of all, Alexander the Great is before Rome.
Yes,
So Rome.
but I thought he was Rome.
Rome
He-
comes from. Right, I understand what you're saying. He's not the Roman Empire. His daddy is Philip the Macedonian. So he's Macedonian, actually. You know what I'm saying?
What is that?
Macedonian, one of the other people down in that Mediterranean.
Mhm.
Like, but it's really. See, here's the thing. Romans, Macedonians, all that, they're Greek.
Yeah.
They're Greek.
So
Right.
it's okay.
So now peep it. Alexander the Great, his kingdom broke into 4 parts.
And that's what my husband was.
When you read one of the 4 parts of the Greeks, it is Rome. So the reality is Rome comes from Greece. But that's why when you read in Romans and you read in Corinthians, you say, well, the Greek or, because all y'all cats is Greek. All y'all Greeks. Like
Okay.
the Corinthians is Greek,
Oh.
the Thessalonians is Greeks, all y'all is Greek.
That's praise
But
the
see, I
Lord.
never knew that there was because we were talking about
There go Macedonia.
being in captivity
It's right here.
and how.
Italy.
Oh, it's in the Mediterranean,
Oh.
ain't it?
It's
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, right next, look at it,
I was
Macedonia,
gonna
right
say,
next
right
to
next to
Italy.
this, right.
Right next to Rome.
Oh, so I know what they are then. Okay,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're all the same, but they really all Greek though.
Yeah.
Romans are Greeks.
Yeah, but he broke it down to me that like one of the 4, and it's something about Cleopatra and Mark Anthony, and that's how we somehow with them that's how we went into Roman, like the Roman Empire, or that's how the Roman Empire was created.
And you gotta, you know,
But Cleopatra was.
see, Rome was there when Greek was there.
Yeah, but Cleopatra was Greek.
Yeah, but she was down in Africa. I don't know what she was really. I don't know how Cleopatra really got anything to do with it. Like it's really the 4 generals,
Yeah, so
Cassandra, Ptolemy. But one of them went mess with Cleopatra, but she ain't got nothing. He might was telling you something else. I don't know. He wasn't.
No, I think I could have been misunderstanding
okay.
him because I misunderstand a lot of things y'all say. I'm not even gonna hold you and think I'm understanding it until I regurgitate it, and then I realized I didn't understand anything y'all said. So,
But he might have brought her up, but because he probably figured you could relate to Cleopatra in some
Yeah,
way. But the
I don't
reality
think
is,
I understood what he was
she
saying.
ain't got nothing to do with it though. Like at some point, it just like it tell you we have to really get into history. But basically, it go from one of those 4 dynasties,
Which he said.
and it whichever. I gotta look at it. Whichever one end up being Rome, that dynasty end up being the power, and became Rome and beat everybody.
But I guess the conversation came about was because now that you mention it, like they mentioned Greek. We started out talking about the Apocrypha.
Yeah.
So and how Apocrypha includes the Greek captivity. And I was
Yes.
like, what? He's talking about it.
Book of
Like,
Maccabees.
yeah, that's what he said. Yeah. And then I was like, what talking about Greek captivity? He was like, they mentioned Alexander the Great. And I guess my question to him was, well, why they take it out of the Bible? They have all the other captivities. Why they take Alexander the Great out? Or, but they
It
mentioned
just
it.
got no relevance.
And that's what he said. He was like, it really just, he said they mentioned Alexander the Great in the Bible, but, because I was asking him about, I have no desire to read Apocrypha, but I was just asking him because there's some stories about the Maccabees or whatever.
There's nothing you can get out of the Apocrypha from reading the Maccabees that's gonna help you with the Bible. Like zero. I've read it a bunch of times. There's nothing in there
Oh, I would
that-
never read it.
that I'm just saying. Like you can go read it. I don't care. I'm saying it's not gonna hurt
No,
you.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't read it. No, I wouldn't read it.
It's
because
really
I
a
need to
history
have a
book.
foundation and understanding of the Bible before I read outside
It's
of it.
really a history book, and the main thing that I see in the history is y'all bucked against the Greeks or Romans. However you want to see. That's what I'm saying. They are the same people to me, because like
So it's safe to say
Translated into Roman.
Antioch Epiphanes to me, you Roman too. What year was Antioch Epiphanes? Because Rome came when did Rome become? Where's my phone? Did I take my phone to the car in Sean?
Yeah.
Is that your bag?
Yeah, it's not my bag. I said, where my phone?
please.
Yeah, 'cause I'm just saying, like at the end of the day,
164 BC.
that's Antioch.
Yeah.
And then what you do is say Rome became power. Cause they was in power before that. They was in power like 300, I think.
What year Rome became power?
Like I think it's like 300 BC.
202 BC.
202. So that's before
Rome defeated-
Antioch Epiphanes, right?
Carthage. Yeah.
Right. But then they gonna act like Antioch is Greek.
That's hard.
It's all the same thing. They all the same people, even in the Bible.
So
And
it's
that's
safe.
why it was irrelevant. That's why it didn't matter.
It don't matter
They were
because the
all
Maccabees
same.
ain't talking about that.
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't talking about, you know what Maccabees talking about? Daniel 11. But we talking about the part of Daniel 11 we never read in class. Like,
Right.
they're like verse 19, verse
Right,
20,
right.
verse 15, when it go from. See, this the thing. The book of Daniel covers all 4 dynasties. So it walks you in 11 from Dynasty 1. No, I don't know if it walks you from Dynasty 1, but I think it go from the Medes and the Persians all the way to Rome, to Jesus, really. So it's going to hit the Greeks. But at the end of the day, that stuff gone. Like, there's no reason that we need to understand anything that happened in the Maccabees period. For what? Like, for what? Like, we're not doing nothing. Hanukkah? That's it.
No,
I
that's
mean,
what comes out of there.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I
yeah.
always
Ain't
try to
that
figure out
Hanukkah or
what
dedications or something like
Yeah,
that?
the Feast of Dedication.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, and it's funny because when you talk about the Medes and the Persians, and then you talk about how like going into Asia and all that. So my daughter's in Central Asia.
Yeah,
She's in Tajikistan.
yeah.
And when I said to her, you know, is it safe for them? And she said, Mom, we're fine because Tajikistan used to be owned by Russia.
Yeah.
And Russia will never allow it to be attacked. It
Yeah.
will come into its defense. So every time when you talk about, I never made that connection that she's in Central Asia and Russia owned part of
Oh,
it.
absolutely. Russia and China is like all that Afghanistan stuff. Russia protect them. All the Afghan
know
and
any of that until she
Pakistan
went
and
over there.
yeah, that's all. All them folks get protected by Russia.
All the stands.
Yeah, and all the stands. really, y'all gotta we have to start getting to Asian history. It's a lot going on over there. You got India. Like you gotta realize India got almost half the world's population over there. Why we acting like we don't need to know nothing about what they own? And you got Asia. That's why I had to say in the class, like you talking Chinese history, but y'all act like all Asians look like Chinese. What about the Mongolians?
Right.
Yeah.
The Mongolians
When
look
you
like
said that, I was like, yup, the Mongolians
Yeah,
are
'cause-
like ching ching.
right, but they
Yeah.
also look more like a
They look-
Mexican too, though.
I think
Now,
they
that
look
part,
more like
yeah.
I think they look more like whatever the rock Samoan. But
Yeah.
with a Chinese
Absolutely.
with a Chinese
Absolutely. The
'Cause they're-
Mongolians
they're
do look like that.
chunky.
But at the end of the day, what we getting at is, as you walk that sea coast,
eye. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? All them people is the same. That's what we getting at. They all came from the same place. But that Daniel 11 start off with Darius, and it ends up in Daniel 12 with the coming of the Lord. So the Darius is the Medo. So basically, Daniel covers you. The book of Daniel covers you from is the whole captivity of Israel, from Babylon all the way to Jesus coming back. That's what the book of Daniel does. So it's running through Greek, but Greek ain't do nothing.
Yeah.
Like when I say Greek didn't do nothing, Greek gave us a culture, but militarily wise or like dominant wise, the Greeks did nothing. It was the Romans. You see what I'm saying?
And the significance of Alexander the Great is that when after he died,
But the
Mongolia.
significance of Alexander the Great is he took all the land. He beat the Medo-Persian Empire, took the land and made it bigger. So Rome gets the Greek land. So the Roman Empire exists because of Alexander the Great, the Greek. Get it?
I got you. I'm just learning. Like you said, it's good to know history. I don't know history.
Yeah, you know more than you think you know. And more than 90% of the people out here in the world, for sure.
But it's good when you see the
Go to work and start talking about that.
Good.
You already know what you know then.
Good point.
Yeah. But it's interesting to see history. I don't want to say make the Bible true or bring it, but history confirms the Bible. That's what you know what I'm saying. Like not that the Bible
Right,
confirms history, but when you can read something and then when like y'all go to the books and be like this time it is, and you can actually physically read it and see that it actually took place.
Yeah.
Because man known for writing history. So
Yeah,
they
we
keep
have.
records.
We do.
They like their history.
Nah, we don't want to die. Right? Like I give you an example. Kobe Bryant, 200 years from now, you don't know him.
I see. Okay, because I was going to ask you why you say that. Never mind. I
They
get
built
it.
him a statue.
I get it. I get it.
They what?
They built him a statue.
They did.
Oh, wait, what?
At LA.
Did they? I didn't know that.
On his February, February 8th, 2024. They built him a statue in front of the stadium. So,
That's horrible.
well, I just say this.
I don't think
You could do
anyone-
what?
I mean,
They said they
yeah,
give you a
Kobe
mall.
Bryant was a great
Yeah.
big basketball
Lincoln
player.
got a
Yeah.
statue.
That's like Bible, for sure.
Lincoln got a
Huh?
statue. I took a picture of a
I got
statue
some
with
of
Magic Johnson.
Dirk could get a statue, but Kobe can't.
Who?
Dirk.
Who the heck is
She
that?
don't know nothing about basketball.
Okay, I can't.
So that's not when she say coach, she doesn't know. That's why I said Magic Johnson got a statue. Like I gotta let her know like this is what they do.
a statue too?
Magic.
I didn't
I
know.
took a picture. I can show you a picture of me and
No,
Magic.
I believe you.
At
I
the
just didn't
statue,
know
'cause-
this.
But no, his statue at East Lansing, at Michigan State.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's where?
at Michigan State where he played college ball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right in front of the arena. I took, like I said, I'm in there like
All the stuff that Philadelphia has is of a fictional character.
Rocky. We got a statue of Rocky here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, literally right next
Right.
to the Philadelphia Museum of Art.
Yeah, you're right. It is right over
And
there.
it was a whole reason.
That's
When
it.
me and
It ain't like that.
when my cousin was going to drop stuff off the job.
So Sylvester Stallone is immortalized in history. That's my point
Yeah.
in saying that we don't want to die. So statues is history. Like we don't want to die. Like we want to keep our existence and our name here forever.
Yeah.
3,000 years from now, man wants to still be here. So that's why we
write everything.
we write everything down. We don't want to die. It's just like me. I don't want to die, but I know I'm going to die. So I got lessons. I got notebooks. You know what it's for? His grandkids. You hand it to them. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna never meet me. You know what I mean? For the most part. But here you go. That's all you. So we don't want to die. Like records. Like my daddy. My daddy named the record books. Weber State, 1971, Long Jump. Like we don't. That's why we keep records. You dig what I'm saying? Because we don't want to die. That's why.
That is still very interesting.
It's permanent though, right? Record is permanent until somebody else take it. So,
It's very interesting though. I'm starting, as I get older, I'm starting to get more and more interested in history.
Cause you don't want to die.
I like putting it all together and see, because when when you do history stuff and you connect it to the Bible, when you connect it, it makes me remember it.
Praise the Lord.
Because that's how I get the visual of what the Bible becomes, for lack of better terms, it becomes real. Versus sometimes when I read it, because it's so abstract, sometimes I can't understand what's being said. But when you guys connect it to history, then then I read the Bible again, it's like now it's firing on all cylinders. Now I can understand what's taking place right now, because it for lack of better terms, when you read the Bible and you don't have an understanding of history, the Bible becomes fictional. And when it becomes fictional, it's harder to retain it. Because when you read a story, you just read a story. Like when you watch a movie, unless that movie is really, really good, you could watch that movie 4 or 5 times and see something different every time you watch it.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel like when I read the Bible, I don't retain the information. But when you guys relate it,
Hey, did you know Vampire in Brooklyn? You ever seen that movie?
Yeah, I did.
Did you realize that
That
when
was a true story.
did you realize that when she went to the I'm not gonna entertain that.
I'm like, wait,
That was her
what?
mama. Did you realize that was her mama that she saw dead? Every time she saw herself dead, that was never her, that was her mama.
No, because I only seen that movie once, and I.
You know what I'm talking about? Every time
Yeah.
Vivica, not Vivica. Every time what's the girl, the main
Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett. Every time she saw herself dead,
Mhm.
so when she got on the boat,
Yeah.
the first ship, she saw herself, and later on, I think on the boat, the person bit her, but it was her though. It was never her. It was her mom.
No, they're saying
That's
what
crazy.
I don't mean like the vampire movie. I've read once that they based that story off of a real man.
Talking about vampire spirit.
That came and changed into a dog.
No.
You saying Dracula himself? You saying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It is. It's based off of dude and is it
Transylvania?
Yeah, but not Transylvania. It's is it? You can look at Russia.
Oh, Vlad the
Oh.
Impaler?
Yeah.
Russia, yeah.
Yeah, Vlad the Impaler.
And it's a whole
You
story
said
about it.
Vlad, like D?
Yeah,
Okay.
Like his wife died or something weird, but it's a whole story about it.
Yeah.
Vlad the Impaler.
But no, I only watched
Glad to
Vampire
work.
Brooklyn one
Impale.
time, and I think I was forced to watch it.
Damn.
I
He was impelling people?
Oh, big stakes.
Oh! Oh my goodness.
He was based on. Oh,
That's
he just said
crazy.
Vlad the Impaler. Yep, that's what he's based off of.
Wow, he was impelling people. Yo, that's
The real Dracula.
wow.
But Jacob did that good. JD's lesson is great today.
Yes, it was.
That's good.
That's the first time that I had to go to the bathroom and I could get up
I held that thing.
because I was like, I'm gonna miss something. And even the parts that I didn't understand, still, you know. But it was, it fired. It was good having Stan next to me too.
Yeah.
Praise the
It
Lord.
was fire and all, like, just certain things came to me quicker.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, you said that one thing when you went to explain it to me again, when you said that the way
And that
explaining when all
Daniel.
those things hadn't happened yet.
That part
When you did that, I
Yeah.
was like,
helped me too.
now I get it.
Yeah.
Now
Mhm.
because what I was telling Stan was,
Nobody knows.
I'm like 490 years, and this was like 100 million years ago. 490 years already happened about 100 million times. So
Right.
what is he talking about?
Oh, I get it. Yeah. But then when we go up there, we like, oh, well, this stuff ain't happening. It's like,
Right.
nah.
But see, it
We're
ain't,
still there. When you
Yeah.
we're still in the midst of it.
Yes.
Just like Daniel was in the midst of it,
Right.
and it didn't end for him.
Right.
It's continuing, and then when you get to the part where it literally stops in the last week,
yeah.
in the
Yeah.
middle of the
Mhm.
week, and the week can't be finished until
That's what I was just trying to say. Like at the end of it all,
In 20.
it doesn't really matter.
all the rest of that stuff.
All the rest of that stuff. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
all that stuff we done went through to get here,
Right.
it don't matter. We in the last week, y'all.
Yeah.
So right, so that's all we worry about the last week.
Yeah.
And like
But I can get you to
That's
I can
tough.
get you through the old 69 because we did that. And what does really getting you through the 69 do? It shows that you can figure out what year Jesus was born, what year he was bad. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
that's
didn't
what,
understand the 62.
huh?
I didn't understand the 62.
Because I didn't get into it. 62 is really, he like, yo, this is how long. It's inside the 69.
That part I
That's
understood.
it. It's
But what was happening in the 62 weeks?
they built the temple.
In the 62?
Well, actually, it was really, it was, he'd say 47 or something like that. It took like, that's why I said, this is another scripture for the lesson, and we went to like John. And it was like, cause in John, he said it was John, was it 12 or something? When he was like, it took him how long to build the temple? It was like 47 years or something.
2. Was it-
42 years?
No, chapter 2.
Chapter 2, yeah. So like that type of, that's what the 62 is about. Like it's almost like this. I say, I'm gonna give you $100, and I'm gonna need you to go to the store and buy me. I'm trying to see something that's good enough to buy me 4 cases of water. Then I turn around and say, take 70, or I don't even, it's gonna cost you $70 to get that rental car. That's all I say. The 70 is from the 100. So you already got this. You already got the 70, even though I never told you where the 70 is coming from. You already got the 70, because I gave you 100, even though you spent 20 of them. So when you say the 62 is already in the initial 70. It's just we picking it up because, like, when you go read it, it's talking about the temple being built, but it's not talking about everything else they got done with the temple,
Okay.
which is they had to build the walls, they had to build the streets. You see what I'm saying? All this. So it might have took 62 weeks to build a temple, but it take longer than that to get it all done. It took 69.
Yeah, John 2:19.
Okay, John 2 and 19. So it took a little longer. But here's what Daniel 9 is doing. It's just I'm gonna read it and then we're gonna just see what Daniel 9 doing. It's not hard.
Right.
It's just like it's kinda like it just didn't go back they're saying, like, hold on, we gonna get there. Daniel, what was that? Daniel 9, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So this is what he say. Daniel 9, and he was like,
24.
oh, here we go. He say, 70 weeks are determined, that meant 24. Upon thy people and upon thy holy city to finish the transgression, to make an end of sins, to make reconciliation for iniquity, to bring in everlasting righteousness, to seal up the vision and prophecy, and to anoint the most holy. So that 70 weeks is that determined. Then he says, let's leave that out. Then it says, after we can't leave that out. Verse 25. Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem. So from the commandment, we saw that Xerxes,
Right.
to build Jerusalem until, I know I say until,
Right.
until we get to the Messiah. He's only the Messiah when he's anointed.
Right.
The prince shall be 7 weeks and 62 weeks. Now notice what just happened. So we got 70 weeks, and inside the 70 weeks, we just picked up 62 weeks, right?
62.
You get it? Yeah, we we got it sitting there, even though it says shall be
So
7
they're
weeks.
saying in 25 that in 62 weeks.
Hold on, I'm gonna stay with you. No, it's 69 weeks. But look how it's worded. 60, and it says shall be 7 weeks and plus 62 weeks. Verse 25, you see that?
Yeah, but that doesn't.
That makes 69, right?
It does?
Yeah.
Yes. Let's do it again. I'm gonna help you. We're gonna get there.
No, no,
No, but we gonna do it again.
I got it.
No, we're gonna do it again. Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment, so when they said build, to the building of Jerusalem, to Messiah the Prince, shall be 7 weeks, see that? 62 weeks. So that's 2 different numbers that was just given.
Right.
But we add those numbers.
To make 69.
Alright. After 62 weeks, where the 7 already was there.
Right.
The 7 came before the 62 weeks in the sentence prior. So instead of saying after the 7 and 62 weeks, all we simply saying is, and after 62 weeks, we're referring to verse 25. That's where we got the 62 weeks from that verse. Do you understand what I'm saying? Look at it. Like verse 26. And after 62 weeks. So why would we be talking like, if I say, and after you do that, do this, right?
Yeah.
That means that we've already discussed what that is, right?
Right.
Right? So he's saying after 62 weeks. We're grabbing that 62 weeks from somewhere. From the sentence prior. So let's imagine if we did it like this.
Can I tell you where I'm at?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Where I'm stuck at is, it said on 26 it says, and after 62 weeks shall Messiah be cut off. The Messiah being cut off would be
Jesus.
when Jesus died.
Right.
When Jesus crucified.
Right.
I think where I'm stuck is that I'm thinking he was crucified at 70 weeks.
No. 70 weeks ain't even done.
Right. That part. Right.
70 weeks won't be done until Jesus come back.
Right.
Okay, but wasn't Jesus, okay, so
He was crucified in week
60.
69.
Okay, week 69, but is 62 weeks 62?
After the 62 weeks. After.
Oh. So it's just telling you after 62 weeks. It's not saying
after the 62 weeks that we referred to.
Yeah.
Which is actually 69 weeks because there was 7 on front of that 62. I just didn't say it again. You understand what I'm saying? Perfect example. I give you $100 and you already got 7. I say now you go take that. Now you can go take that $100 and buy the car, but the car costs $107. I can't take the $100 to buy, but I can take my 100 plus my 7. But all I just said is after I give you the $100, go buy the car. So here he's saying after 62 weeks, he gonna be cut off.
Right.
Well,
He was cut off at 69.
exactly 62 plus 7. The 7 come from the verse before because it says 7 plus 62. Then it's just like this. I'm like, yeah, Hezekiah, and it's gonna take 7 weeks. I don't even get into what 7 weeks is. But in my head, I'm thinking that's how long it's gonna take them to build the street. It's gonna take 7 weeks and 60 and 2 weeks. So he says that's 69 weeks. Okay. Then I turn around and be like, and then I say once that happened, then y'all can do A, B, C, and D. And I said, oh, and by the way, after the 60, notice how I just did that after the 60 in 2 weeks. So after the 62 weeks. Well, that's not 63 because we just got 7 already before. He knows that, and I know that because we were just talking about it. Does that make sense, now?
I understand it.
So let's look at the verse then.
I understand it. But I guess I get what you're saying, and I understand how you're reading it. I guess my brain won't let me get past just because in the first 25 it says, Messiah the Prince shall be 7 weeks and 62 weeks. Where I'm getting messed up on the 26 is actually language wise.
Yeah.
That's where I'm getting.
Yeah, that is
mixed
where
up.
you are.
It's because now it's saying and after 3/4. So how I'm looking at it as, they're saying in 69 weeks this is going to happen.
Yeah.
But then when you move to the 26, it's saying, but after 3, 4, and 2 weeks, Messiah is going to be cut off.
But that number is included in 69.
Right.
I know what you're saying.
No, what
That's
I'm
why
saying in the verse prior that you got the 69.
Well, and you read it that way, and I don't.
No,
That's
but I'm
why it's
saying
harder for me to
no, but what I'm
understand.
saying is in the verse prior, we got 69 because we took 7
Yes.
plus 62.
Yes.
So now that means that 62 exists after the 7, right? 7 plus 62.
I understand all of that.
So then when I go back to 62, then I don't have to give you the 7 again.
Because you already got.
Because I already gave you that which was before. I'm just saying after the 62 weeks. Because I just mentioned 62 weeks. If we would have said 50 weeks, then I would have turned around and been like, after the 50 weeks, even though he might have had said prior, it was 19 weeks plus 50 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So then I said, well, after the 50 weeks, well, where are we after the 50 weeks? We still at the 69th week. Like when he says 7 weeks, 62 weeks, where are we? We at week 69. So now if you just say, and after the 62 weeks, where are you? You still at week 69. Right. Like thinking of time.
I understand. I understand what you're saying. I truly do. It does take you explaining it to me for me to understand it. I understand what you're saying. My brain will not allow me to read it that way.
No problem.
Because I'm literally in my brain is saying that that 26 is only referring to after 62 weeks.
I got what you're saying.
You understand what
Yes,
I'm saying?
100%.
Because that's how it's for me.
Nah.
That's how it's written.
Here's the best way how we do like we were talking about checking your math. We're gonna start at 70. And we're gonna say that hey.
But I know that he was.
So the point is we gotta
so it
have.
has to be talking about 69 weeks because I know at 69 weeks he was cut off.
Right. There you go.
So that's the only way. That's what I'm saying. But if I don't have a JD and my husband and a Stan and a Hezekiah and all that, when I read that,
right,
I'm
I got
gonna
what
read
you
it
said.
as 62 weeks. The Messiah was cut off.
Yep, I got what
You
said.
understand?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, sorry. That's LA, y'all.
Okay.
No, but it was good today. I got a
Absolutely.
lot. I got a lot.
So did I.
I got a lot.
So did I.
Stay
Praise
with
the
me,
Lord.
sit next to me more often. And Jedi needs to stop calling me out. I be
Good. Nah, let me tell you something.
If he ain't call you out, I was gonna say.
The reason I do that is because I know that as a student and a teacher that we're going to get there. And somebody in the room ain't getting there. So I'm using you to show she ain't getting there either. Even though I know you're going to get there when it's all said and done. And you the only person that's not shamed to be like, I ain't getting there yet.
I will say, Sister Elder said to me, "Oh, that was such a great question because I
See, he knows.
Exactly.
He knows.
Because I'm looking around like if she, because
He see you out.
I see everything that's going
right.
everything that be going on. I'm paying attention to, so I'm looking at. That's why sometimes I be like, y'all all right? Because I'm looking around and look a little confused right about now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I can
My
gauge
thing
that.
is that, not that, I'm no, by no means like JD said, I'm not ashamed to say I don't know. I don't know, don't understand it. Because if everybody could get this like this, then, you know, we wouldn't need teachers. The Lord wouldn't have had us
Right.
as teachers. My thing is that I don't want JD to stop the class and
But I'm not stopping it for you.
because
But here's the thing, I'm not stopping it for you at all. We can talk on the phone. We can talk I'm stopping for you for what? I'm stopping because there's a whole group of people that's gonna watch this that's never going to be able to get in touch with me. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, you need to be able to, or half the class. I don't talk to everybody in this class on the phone. You know, I don't talk to Morgan. You dig what I'm saying? So there you go. Now she getting it too, and it doesn't bother me. Like the only thing that might bother me is length of time. That don't bother me as much as it bothers y'all. Meaning,
yeah, I wasn't worried about
No.
you. I know you'll sit there and explain it to me for an hour.
when I say length of time, I'm talking about length of time of a lesson period.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying because like.
No, I'm talking about everybody else saying, oh, Sharice, be quiet. So
Oh, yeah, man, I ain't
already
care.
35 scriptures.
Man, look,
That's crazy.
I'll tell you, man. First of all, if I walk in the room and we got 35 scriptures, don't think we're going to be 5 hours because of that. I can do 20 scriptures and be 5 hours.
Right.
We are like, I'm saying this is what I need to get, and really, I needed more than that. Like, if you really understand the lesson, I didn't break down each one when they done.
Yeah.
I could have did 3 scriptures per. You know what I'm saying? Making the end of sin, reconciliation for iniquity, anoint the. You know how much longer that would? That's why I said we can do this for another 2 hours. So, because it's really, it's not 2 lessons. It's really 70 weeks of Daniel. But at the end of the day, what is the 70 weeks of Daniel about? The salvation of Israel. So,
All Israel would be saved.
all Israel will be saved.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I better understand
I
that.
thoroughly enjoyed it today.
Yeah,
Praise the
absolutely.
Lord.
And my husband will be, every week he'll be like, how was the lesson?
Mm.
What did you learn?
I'm gonna get in trouble though, because I went off on Dre. Everybody think I went off on Dre now. But what you got?
Wait. Who think? I don't think you
I'm
did.
gonna tell you, we're gonna wait to see what my mama say. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, see,
But-
she wasn't happy.
Yeah, I don't care though. Because here's the thing.
She wasn't happy with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't care. Yeah, like she don't like first see, here's the thing though. When you stand there, that is you are the authority of this room. If this the principal and the principal tell you to be quiet, what you gonna do? If you on a job and it's your boss telling you to be quiet, what you gonna do? Dre, shut up. That's what you do. Like, you ain't gotta be in here, but there's no reason why you should be talking to this woman. You don't even know this woman. There's no reason why you should be taking any attention from her. If I'm sitting, it's very disrespectful to me and to her. Shut up. But you always talk too much. And you don't like nobody to say nothing. So that's I'm like, yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna hear that. But when my mama say something, I'm gonna be like, Mama, you probably wanna stay in your place on this. You don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like I come here, I do my job. I come here, I do my job.
But I got it.
Yeah, Dre, you talk too much.
I got
Too many times. Too many times it's you. So right now I'm saying don't say, and then you want to try to justify yourself. No, you don't get the last word. I get the last word. Like, cause you a buck. You want a buck. That's you can't even look a man in the eye. That's how I know it ain't even like you childish. So through all that, I'm sure I hear about that, but I won't tell my mom. Like, look here, man. You don't run this. You mama, not man. You know, trust me. Trust me. Like, cause you don't know. You're not here every week. You know what I'm saying? Or if I allow it to continue, you know what I'm saying? Now you do this all the time. Like, no, you ain't gonna do this all the time. Right. No, you don't
I
do
got
it.
it.
Yeah. So you nip it in the bud, whether y'all like it or not, I don't really care. Meaning, if we on a boat, and this is ship, we in the middle of the ocean, and if I'm yelling at Stan because Stan ain't pulling up anchor right, I do not want to hear Stan asking me nothing. We can talk about this way later. Pull the anchor up, bro. Oh, you talking to me like I'm a kid. Bruh, I don't care. Pull the anchor up. Could you please pull up the anchor? You ain't gonna do it. So pull up the anchor, bro. That's it. So at the end of the day, I'm telling you, shut your mouth, bro. Don't say nothing. Sit there and be quiet. I knew when you sat your butt there, you was gonna end up talking to her. I saw it. I'm like, dude, cause you can't keep your mouth closed. You talk too much. But that's in the book to shut up, though. Then we get outside, you still running off at the mouth. Further proving the point. Bro, stop talking. You know you can do that. That's all. Well, you know. That's what I'm going to say to my mom when she says, so why? Because he talks too much. He always talks too much. You need to be quiet. Some people have to learn. You was rude. I might be rude in speech, but not enough.
All right now.
Kareem came to him. Kareem said it, though. We outside. Kareem like, you just got to know, JD. Why Kareem say that? Because you did the same thing when we was in the other church and I said something to you in the middle. Do not interrupt people when they have a class and that like for some unnecessary BS. No, don't do that. That's disrespectful to what we're doing. That's how I look at it. So I'm gonna say something.
I didn't think it was that bad.
And I was really nice about it.
Yeah,
You just
I
did like
think
when I
it's
said,
that
can I please have the last word?
Yeah.
Because you keep, like, don't just stop talking. That's what that means. That's when he got mad. And I was like, can I please have the last word? But I'm like, I don't really care about that, but I don't mean
No,
care
he
about
was
it.
mad before.
Oh,
He was
that's,
mad because you called him out. Because his first thing when he said to you was, you just gonna call me out like that? Yeah.
yes. Right. What you should, here's what happens. If Elijah calls me out, I'm sorry, my bad. That's the part that gets me around here. Is that, oh, so it's me, so I don't get that same level of respect, but I'm a commander, though. That's the difference. Like, so, because if Elijah say, hey, don't say, my bad. You ain't finna buck that, but you think it's cool to buck with me?
Yeah.
It's not.
You got a point. You
Right.
right. Yup.
Just like it ain't cool to buck with him. Like if he get up there and get to say, if he's up there from the right, no, you don't get to buck with him. Oh, this is my right. I don't care. He is the authority of this room right now. If he says shut up, you shut up. Whether you like it or not. You the type of person that's getting fired off of jobs because you got problem with seniority and who's in charge. You dig what I'm saying? When somebody's in charge, they're in charge. Man, look here, man. I play football, man. I got called turd. I got called everything but my name. Guess what, though? He in charge. You see what I'm saying? And guess what we doing? We winning. So keep calling me turd while y'all passing me the ball. You see what I'm saying? Like that, like if that's what it is what it is. Now, if I got a problem with coach keep calling me that, I'm gonna probably say something to him. Right. But I'm not gonna be mad when I'm messing up. You dang turd, y'all did this, that, and the other. I can't be mad. At least you ain't spitting on the ground making me put my hand in. You see what I'm saying? Like some other stuff I done seen you do. You ain't doing that with us. So at the end of the day, respect the man that's in this room. Like you would Elijah.
As a man, though, I don't think I would. I think my take on it was just speaking to her in general because that's your grandmother. That would be like if my oldest two are 29 and 27, and if he would have opened his mouth to either one of my daughters, they're grown. I mean, Kaylin's grown, but but if he would have if I would have bring them and he'd open his mouth to my daughters, I'd have been the same way.
Well, here's the thing.
Why are you talking to my
She don't need that help.
Yeah.
She got somebody sitting right next to her to help her.
And she has you.
But exactly, I'm right here. She doesn't need you to say a freaking word to her. Zero. Nothing. So don't. You know what I'm saying? Like we're in class. After class, you want to talk to her after class? Go right on ahead. But not while we in class. Be quiet. I'm standing right here. If she got a question, I'll answer the question. Now, here's the thing. His issue was he was saying he was paying me a compliment. I don't care. So therefore, he really felt like I ain't do nothing wrong. I don't care. I'm not asking you what your conversation is like that. I do want to know because like is it something about the lesson? Do I need to clear something up? But no, you're paying. Okay, that's cool. We don't need no compliments right now. I don't need that. You know what I mean? That's all. But it is what it is. But I'm sure I hear about it, but y'all don't know. I'm almost 50, man. I don't be caring about that stuff.
All right,
I will put my phone. I will mute my phone on you, man, and sit down and let you get it all out, and then I come back. I'm sorry. What was the last thing you said?
I just said that to Kaylin because Kaylin is making fun of my book bag.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
She was like, Mom. She says to me, Mom, anybody say something, I'm gonna be fighting. I said, Kaylin, what you fighting for? I said, I'm darn near 50 years old. I could care less what people think about what I like and what I have. I'm like, please.
Man, you know, that's what I learned about being around y'all.
Oh, that's right.
People gonna hate you for whatever
People gonna
you do.
hate you for
Hey,
whatever.
Whatever decision I make, whatever words I say, somebody gonna hate me. I ain't got time to be worrying about y'all being mad at me.
People ain't here because they don't like somebody.
Yeah, but I'll tell you this much.
Not
How
because-
many blocks and avenues have y'all been on looking for a church? So, I mean, you ain't gonna do what I do, so then I don't really care if you don't like me, because I don't want to talk to you no more. Good. You don't even realize I'm waiting on that jacket. You know what I mean? Like, you bothered me while I was trying to watch the football game. You done called me like 8 times. You know why? Because nobody else in the house take your call. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. I'm like, dude, why you keep calling me? I want to watch the football game. Nobody else want to answer. So the point is, at some point, man, realize you talk too much. Like that, somebody qualifies that. Yeah.
Some people just, sometimes it's just a situational thing. Sometimes just people just need to be called out and put in place.
Man, he just being sensitive and proud about it. But at the end of the day, look, man, that seat right there. If Stan say, "All right, Jay, we gonna," I'm like, "All right, then, bro." Like that seat is the authority right now. You know what I'm saying? So I can't allow us to buck the authority. Meaning, like I said, can I have the last word, please? Like, cause you gonna keep talking.
He was talking.
Yeah, just like, but what half the people in the room don't know, we done already did this before, on more than one occasion. Now ain't the time. That's the real point. Now ain't the time. You don't like, see, the other times we can do it, but right now, like, it's not. When I say, can I get the last word? Like this was about to go a whole, like, it was about to be like, all right, bro, just walk up out of here. That's where we was going with that.
I kind of saw that.
You see it right. So I'm being nice and polite about it. Cause you're, see, it's not you. But if I say something to you, you're gonna say, oh, I'm sorry. Hezekiah gonna be like, he gonna still be, and he ain't gonna be sitting there, hey bro, what I do though? You understand? Like I'm saying, I know I'm gauging people. Dave, he gonna leave. That's what I'm saying. He gonna walk out. He gonna huff and puff, and he gonna walk out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm gauging, like I'm knowing how people is. You know what I'm saying? Ira, I'm be like, nah, don't go nowhere, Ira, because I already know you want to go.
When I was listening, my husband tells a story all the back in the day when we were still in the building, and I don't know what he said or what he did, but JD was like straight, just sit down. Now y'all know my husband,
Yeah.
and he'll even tell you he was fired, but JD was the authority. JD said when JD said it.
But when you don't know, I got your back though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like I'm not trying to be like, I'm saying chill. It's really what I'm saying. But you in your feelings. So now bruh, do this. This is how we gonna move. I mean, at the end of the day, man, I don't know, man. I watch movies like mafia movies and stuff like that. Like the boss ain't really asking your opinion. Now it don't mean he's not gonna get your opinion. Now I'm not the boss like that. But at the end of the day, it's like somebody has to be the authority, and we're gonna move a certain way based off of that authority.
Right.
That's all. And like I say, but I'm gonna run back. Yo, Elijah, what's up with this? Yo, Elijah, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm still looking at it like, well, you wanna make sure you ain't doing this wrong. You know what I'm saying? Or you being too like that? Oh man, that ain't nothing. I just feel bad for you because you cry about it, and you went and got your witness, and it was Hezekiah. No, because Hezekiah has seen enough already. Like, between I'm saying, no, Hezekiah has seen enough between the two of us to be like, this is what I figured when you brought Hezekiah. They were like, bro, just chill. Like, that's what I figured, like, Hezekiah, bro, just chill. But I was just saying, I'm listening to what you got to say, because at the end of the day, all I'm telling you is be quiet. You mad? Oh, my daddy don't talk to me like that. I bet your boss do. You get in that meeting and get to talking, he gonna talk to you worse than your boss gonna talk to you worse than your daddy, not worse.
But the rhetorical to that would have been, you wouldn't talk to your daddy that. You wouldn't talk if your daddy was standing up there talking.
Yeah, that's true. Or like I said, if Elijah was up there and he say to you, cut that out, you gonna cut it out. Or you gonna, no, that ain't even, I'm sorry. That's what everybody pretty much, my bad, bro.
My bad.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, like, and you gonna be humble about it. But then all of a sudden I get up there and it's a problem. That's your arrogance, not mine.
I would have said.
Brolic.
That's what I would have said. I would have been like,
Jump a little
my
way
bad.
though.
Brolic.
What that
I
mean?
got
You
you.
a different
Yeah.
I can't be.
You rough. You tell
I
me
am.
what edges.
I am, and I expect rough, tumble Negroes around me. I do. I expect to be able to call up Stan and be like, bruh, no, you can't, such and such, click. Yeah, all right,
Click.
you good? Yeah, we good. All right.
I
Like
know.
I expect, I don't need no
I
little
sure
girls
know
around.
My husband got thick skin.
Yeah, I don't need no little girls around. That don't. This ain't no women. If that's the case, we not gonna let the women do the job.
Right.
So if, as men, like, have some toughen up, bro. Like,
You gotta have thick skin.
yeah.
When
So,
you're dealing with young men, gotta have thick skin.
mhm.
Cause I know my husband's talking like, listen.
Oh, Ira done caught the worst stuff. Man, look at him, man. I done cuss Ira. I done cuss none of y'all. I done cuss Ira out. He be alright. We alright.
fine.
We cool. It ain't no. You can't take that, bro. You the wrong man for the job.
No, he
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
definitely
but you know what?
take it.
And
He
I
take
say
it.
this in all, I say this, I love my husband to death. But my JD matches my husband's energy because Addison is like that. Like Addison, he don't mince his words, he don't bite his tongue. He says what, and sometimes I be looking at him like, bro, did you really just say that? Like, cause he just, if he feels it, he'll say it. Sometimes I'm like, Addison, you shouldn't have said that to that person. And then he'll be like, I'll apologize later. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes to get through to him, he needs someone who matches his energy. He needs someone who's not afraid to back him down, who's not afraid to tell him about himself. And he has to be. It has to be someone he respects, though. And he respects you. So and because he respects him, when he gives it to him, he can receive it and know that tomorrow. Because he'll tell me if they get into a heated discussion. They don't tell me what y'all say, but if they get into a heated discussion, he'll be like, "We'll be alright tomorrow."
Yeah.
He said, "We'll talk."
Yeah, I ain't worried about it. I don't be worried about it. Cause you can look me in the eye. I can't. You can't look me in the eye. We holding the conversation. You can't look me in the eye, bro. What you talking to me for then? I have to about my kids. I train them. Man, you look a man in the eye when you talking to them.
That's right.
You are. Like man, that's that. You know when they say at house party, I smell. That's how I be feeling about it. Like, dude, you have to.
Oh my gosh.
I expect, and that's why I know the only person that's gonna be on your side is women. And so when a woman comes,
That's why he's out there talking to Robbie.
Yeah. So when a woman comes say
I'm
something
tell you
to
right now, she ain't on his side.
yeah, but
I know.
when a woman comes say something to me about it, whatever woman, I'm gonna be like, he acting just like the rest of y'all. When their other brother has no
Robin-
issue. That's what I'm. Any woman that say something to me, I'm
Robin just doesn't feel she could say anything, so she just doesn't talk. Like me, he would never say anything to me because my husband would literally rip him a new one. I know this because if I go home and I say such and
We
such
know.
because he's done it already.
Yeah, that's the
To
point.
a certain other person.
But see,
If I
that's
go
the
home and
whole-
tell my
that's the
husband,
whole point.
He said this, and this. My husband gonna call him up like, yo,
Yeah,
talk to my wife for
you not recognizing yourself that since you've been here. Joe and Claudette didn't call me about you. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a track record.
Damn.
So yeah, you do.
Wow.
So be quiet.
You want me to mute?
Oh man, we can cut that off. We done. Ain't no question no Bible stuff.
Just go.
But it's
You
still.
just go there, bro.
But I'm
I
saying
was
like
just thinking, are we not?
I know.
Yeah, there was only 5 people. I mean,